Welcome to Myers Metal Detectors, located in sunny Tampa, Florida, where we sell nothing but fun and adventures, treasure hunting gear, and anything you can imagine for metal detecting. Give us a call, 813-237-1939. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Live from sunny Florida, it's Treasure Talk.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Treasure Talk.
It is indeed. It is indeed. We got people stacked up out there.
Yeah, I saw that. I was trying to show Jocelyn on YouTube, and she does have it on there, but she's asking me, how do you slide it up and down? She's on my laptop, so she's going to have fun with that tonight, I'm sure. But I guess we should get started, huh, Jeff?
Yep, we should.
Okay, my friends. Of course, today's show is brought to you by your friends at Myers Metal Detectors, where we sell fun and adventure. And of course, the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed here on Treasure Talk by the guest or member belong solely to the guest and member, and not necessarily to Phil Myers, Jocelyn Myers, Myers Metal Detectors, or Jeff Mona. That was a long wind there. I'm doing it by memory too, because my little sheet has disappeared from my
You
desk.
lost your cheat sheet, huh?
Yes, I did, but I didn't lose it for this. And of course, the purpose of Treasure Talk is to promote the hobby of metal detecting and treasure hunting and educate our members in a fun, informative manner. And that's what we aim to do every week.
Yes, we do. And there's a little bit of news out there in there regarding Mind Lab's release.
Oh, yes.
You want to give them the news?
Yes, of course. Mind Lab is, and Jocelyn's monkeying with my cell phone, so I'm hearing some feedback. There we go. We're going. Mind Lab is releasing an Equinox 700 and an Equinox 900. And from what pardon me, Jeff?
Along with the Manticore.
Oh, yes, the Manticore. That's a little bit ahead. So hopefully we'll see some movement on these products soon. We're still like hanging out in the air for waiting for them to get to the store. So we haven't heard anything yet. So hopefully soon. But I know the Equinox 700 and 900, I've looked at some of the specs on it, and they have a similar shaft that compresses down to like the Manticore. Your headphones from your original Equinox should work on it, and also the coils are the same. So if you have Coil Tech coils,
that's right. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing. They're going to work the same. So it should be exciting for people who don't want to buy a high-end Mind Lab like the Manticore. They'll be able to get something cheaper. And I think if I'm remember the prices right, the 700 was around $800 and the 900 was $11.99.
I think that's right. Yeah. But the Coil Tech coils will not work on the Manticore.
No, just on the
Equinoxes. And supposedly they're going to be waterproof.
To 15 feet.
16 feet, we hope.
Yeah, so a little bit more waterproof than the Equinox, the 600 and 800. So that's a good thing. Hopefully it'll equate to less leakage. Because now I tell people if they're over their warranty period, then it's not waterproof anymore. You don't want to worry about that leaking on you after 3 years and then have to buy a whole new housing for the unit. So,
and the good thing, it is it's a carbon fiber shaft, so they've made that change.
Yes, it looks like one of Steve's detector cam locks. It's like they copy each other's stuff, but it was pretty impressive in the shop.
Well, I should have my Deus 2 carbon fiber shaft from Steve's Detector Rods probably within 2 weeks.
Nice. Yeah.
And he will be our first guest of 2023 to debut his carbon fiber shaft for the Deus 2. Yes. And that same month, Detect Ed will be here with his carbon fiber shaft for the Deus 2.
Well, I know with Steve's, I got his I've got his stealth handles, and I have his T-Rex handles in the shop, and I have his Equinox carbon fiber shafts in the shop, so I'm sure we'll have the Deus too. Hey, but
Mhm.
let's take a minute and talk about our guest from last week, Carter from Detector Pro.
Mhm.
We have his products in the shop. This was the probe he was talking about. Now, I haven't had a chance to get out and use it, but I know some people probably in the chat probably have used one because I know Ricky T showed me his at the West State Metal Detecting Club hunt that they had yesterday, and I was pretty impressed with it. So
Yeah, you know when he texted me, he goes, "Yo, essay, this thing is nice."
it is nice. I I can't wait to get out in the field. I watched Carter's videos with it and just looked like it worked superb. And since it's hardwired to your headphone, you're not going to lose the guy. You put it in
Right.
your pouch. And for the Deus 2, your headphones, if you've got to buy some land headphones for the Deus 2, these are awesome. Put the puck on there, and then you've got the probe already hooked to it, so there's no way you're going to lose that probe either.
That's right. So it's a nice outfit. It's not, and if you don't have another detector, you can use it because it works just like a detector. In effect, that's what it is, a pulse induction detector.
Yes, it is. And I'm sure he's going to come out with other products. But if you have multiple detectors, I think all you have to do is get the different cable to plug the detector in, and then you could use the same headphones on multiple
Yeah.
detectors. So that's the possibility too. So that is a cool new product that we're carrying at the shop. And I may try to put the, are we able to put a link in the feed?
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll see if I can during the show drop the link in the the feed. I've
For
never done
Myers
that.
Depot.
Pardon me?
For Myers Depot.
Yes. Yeah, we
Okay.
could,
Go to www.myersdepot.com. That'll take you right to Phil's website.
right. And then you can go right to Detector Pro products and see it. I
Yep.
just thought it was I just thought it was a really cool product, and I can't wait to get out in the field and use that one because it takes a lot to get you excited when you've been doing this a while, but that's one that I think will do it.
Yeah, it will.
It's just a
So I
cool.
just popped it up in the chat.
Oh, did you? Okay, cool. I don't know why I can't see the chat. I must not have, every time I do this, Jeff, I have to open YouTube, and then for a split second, we hear the feedback from
Well,
both things. It's a bummer.
it
But
ain't no thing. It's just a chicken wing.
there you go.
And remember, if Phil doesn't have it in stock, you don't need it anyway.
Yeah, and these are here anyway. So,
Yeah. Well, we probably ought to be getting after it here,
yeah,
hadn't we?
and these are here anyway. So, oh no, there it was. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. I thought maybe you were belching, but
No, that was the stream. Oh yeah, I see you put the link in there. Yeah, that's cool. And Jocelyn, are you able to see the questions on the live stream?
Yeah, but not the response.
Okay, she's not quite figured it out over there, but we'll get
well,
it.
if I see them, I'll put them on there.
Okay,
Yeah.
or,
Okay.
or
This
she tells me.
in relation to what we were just talking about. Okay, that's from Ricky T. Essay.
I'll do a video with mine in the near future and do a show and tell with it. That's awesome, Ricky. That's cool. That because it just to me it's just such a neat product, and I think for relic hunters who are using that, that thing is awesome.
Yeah.
And
Should be.
Carter was showing it in that red clay dirt that you
Yeah.
can't use a regular pinpointer with, or you only get an inch or two. It was very impressive.
Should be very good. Yeah. So I think it's going to be a good item. I really do.
Yes, absolutely.
So any other news other than you don't have any idea yet when you're getting the Mind Lab detectors in or how many you're getting if you're getting any, correct?
Yes, that's always the fun part, telling the bad news to people. We don't know. As soon as I find something out, I'll post it on the Facebook group, and then I'll text you, Jeff, and maybe you can do a live feed
Yeah, we'll do that.
on YouTube. And we're talking. You were already texting with Debbie, so we'll see if we can get her to come on if we know we have some product coming.
Yep, that'll be good. So I tell you what, let's bring on our next guest, our only guest, the
Yeah.
guest.
Absolutely.
He's no longer cursed with voodoo and any of that kind of stuff either.
For those special fines.
That's right. For those, what do you call them? I don't know. Well, Jocelyn's got something figured out because she's posting in the chat, so she's got it figured out.
Yeah, well, you got to go from the other computer and your name will show up. She's still going from my cell phone.
Well, that's what she's used to, I guess. So.
Thank you.
Oh well. Anyways, I told you she was going to cuss me. I told you that.
Hey, it's a PG show, so we can't have any.
Well, she's not. Her microphone is muted, so.
Oh, good. But she's got the computer sitting over there, but she's not using the computer. She's going back to my iPhone.
There's nowhere to put it.
Yeah, well, we'll have to get you a desk then
Oh, right.
in our little house here.
Yeah, let's get her a desk and get her some earphones and we'll get her
And a microphone. She can
Is this
yeah.
my Christmas list?
Yes, it is. So I guess we better bring our guest in.
Yeah.
Yes, we better. Okay, I'm just sending a message here. And what we have for tonight, for your pleasure, we have one of the most fantastic young men on the planet in the world of detecting. Couldn't want to meet a nicer fella, more knowledgeable fella. And his videos are just outstanding. His finds are outstanding. And he's got one of the biggest hearts in the business. So let's bring on our friend, we're happy to say, Jason, the Hoarder.
Yay.
Hey guys, did you think I was a young man? Come on, did you look at the mirror? I'm getting older every second.
Yeah, well, but I'm a lot of Jason. I've got clothing as old as you.
I hope you don't mean underwear, Jeff. It's time to get rid of them, buddy.
No, hey, if they're still good, they're in the drawer. I'm telling you.
Oh, goodness.
Merry Christmas to you guys. I heard all the intro. I was stoked to hear about the new pinpointer proby thing. I love new gadgets and gizmos. So I'm glad to see people are still working on new products.
Yeah, it's a cool product. If you've been in detecting a while, Detector Pro also had the, I think it was the Headhunter. They had a pulse unit that was very similar to this, and I think that's what he's going to do. He's probably going to bring out a coil that you could mount on this, and it would be a pulse detector.
Now, I thought I saw a sticker on the side of them that Gray Ghost.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
The dig bag I use is Gray Ghost, and I used to have some waterproof headphones by Gray Ghost. Is it the same Gray Ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Carter Pennington. Yeah, he bought Detector Pro.
I'll have to reach out and see if he still makes that dig bag. I love that dig bag. I can't.
If you go to my website, you'll see it. It's on there because he has the ultimate pouch, the one with the metal.
I like a catch-all bag.
Yes, it's the ultimate catch-all. And then he just came out with a longer one for the guys who find a lot more than I do. That goes deeper. I should say a deeper catch-all pouch.
I need one that drags behind me like a wedding dress. I find so much stuff.
Well, there you go.
In a wedding dress, I'm sure he'll make a pouch strictly for you, Jason, if you make a video in a Gray Ghost wedding dress.
I'm like Santa Claus in the field, big sack behind me full of stuff.
Oh, goodness. So
you never can tell.
So, Jason, we chatted a bit. I saw you were at Digstock with Dwight Galone.
Yes, I was.
Hey, he's a lot of fun, isn't he?
Yeah, I like Dwight. I've bumped into him many times over the years. He's a good dude. A lot of good people went to that Digstock event. If you go to one of those events, it's cool to find stuff, but it's just so nice to meet other people in the hobby from all over the country, heck, all over the world. And, if you go for the right reasons, you're going to have a good time. If you go thinking you're going to leave with a pocket full of reals, you're not going to have a good time. So everything is expected. The people there, second to none. and I just really enjoy hanging out with everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
at Big Stock in March.
We will too. The one in North Carolina.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So how many days is that one, Jeff?
What?
How many days is that one?
I think it's 4 days. I think, isn't it, Jason? I believe it is.
I'm not sure. I mean, I go
I
for
think it is.
you know, I got work and I got family, but I'm sure I'll be there for the weekend at least, maybe Friday night and the weekend.
Yeah, I think we're going to leave here probably Wednesday, and it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I believe.
That
So
sounds
we'll
better.
be there, and then we're leaving there. Right from there, we're going to drive up to Virginia Beach and hunt the beach for a week.
You're gonna look for shark teeth.
At Virginia Beach, I'm going to look for whatever gets under my Deus 2 coil.
Well, shark teeth are gonna need a little bit of help. You're gonna have to use those eyeballs.
Well, then I'm out of luck because I'm blind as a bat. A shark would have to bite me and leave one in my calf or something.
Well, I want to just remind the folks if they have a question, be sure to type it on the live stream there so we can ask Jason any question you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
And
chat if my glasses are on, and I don't want my lights to like throw a glare up. So
I'll field the questions and I'll post them.
yeah, hey Jeff, you'll find out when you get old. Your eyesight's the first thing to go, man.
well, you see, we're both wearing glasses.
I can't even see. That's how bad my.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
never,
can't, if I don't have my glasses on, I can't see either.
I just see a blob on the left, a blob on the right, and I'm the blob in the middle.
well, I've got my glasses on and I can't see, so
There we go. At least we're all guys.
we're all blind.
So, how did your guys do in the dig stock?
Well, I mean, we actually did much better than I thought. You know, like I said, I don't really go up there with the intention on finding stuff. Last year's dig stock, I literally dug like an hour the whole weekend, so I found nothing. This dig stock, we actually went out and hunted. So, you know, the group I was with, there was probably, I don't know, maybe a dozen or so of us. We found, you know, maybe 6 or 7 copper coins. There was a real, a bunch of buttons. You know, we did pretty well. I can't complain. And then back at the tents, I saw one guy found a gold coin. He wasn't with me, but, you know, he found it. One guy found a cannonball, an 8-pound cannonball. So, you know, there are good things there. There's many fields you can walk. And like I said, you go with a buddy or you'll meet a buddy there and you get a new hunting party. Go out and have a good time. So we did better than I thought we were going to do.
Awesome.
Yeah, we got a question from Roy Jones. He says, "Did you like the wooden statue that was made for you by Alan?"
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm saying some of the people up there. A guy named Alan Woods, who we didn't know, we met at Big Stock. He made these 8-inch tall wooden caricatures. He whittled out of wood. One of me, full body, and one of my digging buddy Doug. And you know, full body with the detector. Mine's got a banana behind the back, that Hoarder hat on. He said he took him 60 hours each to make those things.
Jeez.
It was amazing. I mean, you know, talk about being humbled by something so cool. It's downstairs on the display case, or I would show it to you. So yeah, I mean, people like that, just amazing. And I've been appreciating his Facebook page and all the caricatures he's been making over the years. You know, really well-skilled guy at that craft that I didn't even know existed.
Oh yeah, people are good. We had one of our Treasure Talk family, Adele Rutherford, does slate work, paints on slate. I mean, she's good. And she did one for Captain Fizz and Mark Littleton of Scuba Wise. And I mean, it's just absolutely dead on. It's really, really good.
Yeah, I don't know how people can see something and then create it out of nothing, and it looks amazing. I can barely draw a stick figure, Jeff, and
either, yeah.
I just don't know how people have that creativity and skill. It's really amazing.
And she is very good. I mean, it was absolutely perfect, wasn't it, Phil?
It was. It matched his logo perfectly, and we presented it to Fizz in the shop, and he was really pleased with it. So, Jason, you mentioned the banana. Why don't you tell all of our new members, because I see we got a load on the feed tonight, what the deal is with the banana?
Well, it's been going back for many, many years now for me. I bury the banana for good luck. It started as an accident. I was digging, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Wasn't having much luck. I bring a banana for lunch, and I didn't have a trash bag. I was in the middle of the woods, and I figured I'll just bury the peel because it's a natural thing. And after I buried that banana peel, I dug a seeded quarter, and then I dug another quarter. And I thought, man, maybe the ground was so appreciative that I gave it something. It returned the favor.
Yes.
I've been burying bananas in every field, every yard, every school, you name it, every week for years. And it kind of became my shtick, like a basketball player changes socks if they're winning, kind of a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's your good luck charm for sure.
I'm superstitious. It's whatever little bit's going to help. I'm not going to discard.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do for sure.
Yeah.
Now, for years, that thought it was funny or whatever. One guy sent me a clip about a year or two ago that he buried a watermelon. He took a whole watermelon out and he dug a hole and buried the watermelon. It's a joke, but I mean, I thought it was really funny. So I got a good kick out of that.
Yeah. Well, it looks like, Jeff, you got another question up.
Yeah, we do. It's from, he says, hello, Hoarder. Nice to meet you again at Digstock. I made your video with my buddy Casey from Chris Kelly.
Oh, that's cool. What did he find in the video? I don't remember.
That I don't know. He didn't say.
Up to me, or if I saw somebody digging something, I would walk over and try to make a video because I think it's fun. I don't remember everyone's name, unfortunately, but I try to include them, and then you meet new people that way too. I'm not shy. I'm just going to barge in like a roller coaster until you tell me to get away.
Yeah. We got one from Delco Detecting. Jason, how do you get so many permissions?
Well, it's a group effort. I go out with a group. There's 5 of us, and we're all actively looking. So, between one of us, we usually will always get something. Sometimes a few of us get something, and we'll line them up, for a few weeks out. We try to get a spot during the week and line it up for the weekend. So when the weekend comes, we just show up at whatever 8:30 in the morning and just go until the sun goes down. So yeah, when you get a group that you hunt with a lot and everyone kind of knows their role and everyone's working for the same purpose, someone is going to get something. Knock on wood, I don't think we've missed a week in, 7, 8 years.
Well, yeah, you're right, Jason. If you've got, if let's say you got 5, 6 people in your group that you hunt together, if everybody's out there actively looking, somebody's going to get lucky every week.
Yeah, and don't be wrong, it's not easy. That's the hard part of this hobby, at least the way I do. I don't hunt the beach. So in the summer and spring and early fall, when the farm fields are planted, we do houses, private houses that people are living in. And to knock on a stranger's door and get permission to detect their yard is difficult enough. But then to ask that same question, can me and my 4 friends all bring our circus and detect your yard with cameras and microphones and all? That's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
So we spend a lot of time talking to them. We want them to be comfortable. We try to bring extra machines for them to come with us and make it a fun experience for them too, because you're really asking a lot from a total stranger.
Yeah,
That's
and
true.
it looks like we got a question here. Jeff posted already. What was your first metal detector? And it's by Luis Villarreal.
I'm not sure. I had a one. You'd probably remember it, Phil. It was a white. I want to say it was called Coin Master. It had that really big control box, and it ran on like 8D batteries. You know, weighed
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that was a blue. Was it blue?
yeah, it was a blue one. And obviously it had knobs. You know,
Yes.
knobs. It was cool. I mean, I had that as a young kid. I loved that thing. I used it for most of the summer, and like a kid, I left it outside one night. It rained, and that was. But I really enjoyed it, even as a young kid, probably 10, 11 years old, going out in the woods and going to park with that metal detector. It's just cool to me to find something that no one's found or in decades or maybe centuries. I just get a lot of enjoyment out of that. I could care less what it's worth. I could care less if you think it's cool. If I think it's cool, I'm having a good time. And
Yeah.
that's how I love this product, obviously I love the old coins and the old buttons, but I might find a Matchbox car that I just think is cool looking. I video. If I like it, it's going in. That's my I am.
Yeah, and Jocelyn just asked me this question that she read. What is your favorite type of property to hunt? Yard, field, beach?
My favorite easily are houses, without a doubt. You find such a plethora of stuff at old houses. You meet the homeowners. They often, I'd say probably 8 out of 10, give me a tour of the whole inside of the house. You always find stuff in the yard. Even if you do a farm field, anybody out there, where do you start in the farm field? You probably start as close to where you think the farmhouse was, because that's where the activity was. So if you can get on that yard, you're going to get the lion's share of whatever was dropped in everyday life, maybe for 100 years. So I would do yards all year round if I could. But, where we live in the Northeast, usually around January or so, the ground might freeze. And I don't want to dig in people's grass with frozen ground and mess it all up. So we do farm January, February, March, and then go right back to houses again.
Okay. So you stop your yard hunting when the ground's frozen, but you get out in the farm fields anyway?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the farm fields are for me a second. You're going to find, we found some copper coins and old coins. Usually not a lot of cash, typically, because you're you're kind of away from the road and away from blow in. But with farm fields, you're not going to find as much as you're going to find in a house: spoons and padlocks and old kids' toys and all that stuff. Farm fields, for the most part, coins, buttons, buckles, all day long, repeat. That's kind of what it is. And that stuff is cool, but a house, you could dig almost anything. It's just because there's just been activity every single day, kids, parties, everything.
More personal items that have history.
Yep.
To that homeowner.
Sure. Well, it looks like you got a question, Jeff. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, Jason, is your live stream scheduled for December 9th?
Yeah, I usually don't do, when I do shows, I usually don't plug anything. This might be the first time. But this Friday night, I'm doing a live stream on my Hoarder channel. I do one a year. It's usually a holiday live stream as a thank you to the viewers. Give a ton of stuff away. I'm giving away detectors, pinpointers, shovels, hand tools, finds bags, Hoarder merchandise, you name it. And we do a lot of question and answer. All the guys come over and girls. There's girls in the group too. And we have a really fun time. So, my yearly live stream spectacular, I call it, is this Friday, the 9th, 8 p.m. Eastern time, right on my Hoarder channel.
Very cool. Very cool.
For sure. So what detectors are you using now? And what's your favorite detector?
Well, my favorite, I really like that Note the Legend. I've been using that almost exclusively for probably 6 or 7 months. Now, I own a bunch of machines, good ones, bad ones, beginner ones, higher end ones. But, and not to say that other ones, but the machine that you feel the most comfortable with, that you have the most confidence in, should be the machine you take with you. So for me, it's that Note to Macro Legend, or I'm sorry, not Macro anymore. Note to Legend.
Yeah, Legend for sure.
That's my favorite one. And for me, it just squeaked out the Equinox, which was I just I like the build quality of the Legend better. Technology wise, I feel they run pretty similar.
Which coil are you running on your Legend?
It depends. There's not a big coil selection yet for the Legend. It's still pretty new. A lot of times I'm just using 11-inch stock coil. I understand that they're supposed to be having a larger, I think a 13-inch coil, which may be out already. I don't
Yeah,
have
it's out. We have that one in the shop.
It's got a 9x5, doesn't it, too, Phil?
Not yet. There's a 6 and then the 13, and we have both of those in stock.
Yeah.
But they are going to come out with that. I think they call it a 924. It looks like about 9x5.
Okay. Oh, kind of like that SP24 on the Simplex.
Yes, SP24. It's the exact same shape and size. Dalik was telling us they're going to have that, and I think another size. So
I love elliptical coils. I don't like circular coils. I like elliptical ones. So when new coils come out, I don't want to jump the gun and buy a 13-inch round one. I hold out for an elliptical one. I just feel that you get better coverage with your sweeps. I'm very tall, so I want good head to toe length, so I can overlap my swings better. I don't care if it's wide because I can swing wide. So I try to hold out for the elliptical coils. They're my favorite. That SP24 was an awesome one.
okay, and with the Legend too, you have that lower carbon fiber shaft, so that makes it, no matter what size coil on there, you won't have any wobble with it. I love that carbon fiber.
The way all the manufacturers are going now, to put the carbon fiber, try to get rid of the cheap, flimsy plastic. Everyone was complaining, regardless of the brand, that the shafts were wobbly and filling with water. That seems to be going. I heard you say you're going to have Steve's detector rod come on, who's a good friend of mine. I like to think he kind of was one of the pioneers of carbon fiber shafts and designing them, and now all the manufacturers are making them on their own. But
Yeah, you see the new Equinoxes or the Manicore have that built in on its own, that way.
the way to go. I mean, it might cost the end user a little bit more money, but if you're shelling out the money, you want it to be built well. You don't want it to be a problem.
That's right. Well, folks, it's time for a word from our sponsors, so we will be right back.
Hey friends, Phil Myers here from Myers Metal Detectors, and today I'm going to show you an awesome beach detector that's multi-frequency, that'll run smooth in the wet salt sand and in the salt water. Extremely deep detector, the Legend by Naka, and it is the cheapest underwater detector you can buy for the beach. $425 without any accessories. So that's the stripped down $425, just the detector. And then you can add the Detector Pro Gray Ghost amphibian headphones for $160. So you're looking at $585 for a waterproof multi-frequency detector that you can take underwater to 10 feet. So we've got that on special in here at the shop. You'll also receive one of our famous 2023 Florida calendars, and Joe has some other accessories that he throws in with it, a hat, a couple other things. So give me a call, 813-237-1939. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Myers Metal Detector.
That's right. So we are back.
We're back. Well, I snuck over to the computer real quick to try to teach Jocelyn about YouTube, and didn't get back in time, but there we go.
That's all right. We got it covered. FLX Detectorist would like to know, does Jason have a white whale find that he hadn't found before?
Oh, geez, there's so many of them. I mean, anything I haven't found before is a white whale for me. I mean, I'm pleased. If he means specifically coin-wise, I'm guessing. I've yet to find a whole cap bust quarter. I've only found a piece of one that was cut in half by the plow. And being the quarter hoarder, I really want all of the quarters.
Mhm.
So that one's probably the white whale that I'll say is the most attainable for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're really difficult to find, but the age of the places we go, we found other cat bust and older things. That one, I'm surprised that we haven't gotten it yet. So that's probably the top of my list, and hopefully next year.
Okay. So we'll just field another question, Phil. What do you think? You got that one?
Yeah. What percentage of your permissions are virgin properties, and how many have you detected before and go back
And
to?
that's from PA Relic Hunters.
Oh, those are good guys. I just met them at an event, not to go on a segue, and they bought us shirts. Group and our group all had the shirts on there. They're a good group of guys. You don't really know if a spot is virgin. We try to, when you get on a house, you got a good shot that it's going to be virgin ground, because most detectorists won't go knock on a stranger's door. They just won't do it. Now, some will, don't get me wrong. And I've noticed in the last few years, more and more people are doing it, probably because of the big social media with the YouTube and the TikTok. They see all this stuff and realize, I'm going to have a better shot if I go to this private house and if I go to this park that's been hit 7,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
So, we try to ground. We'll try to look at the lawn and see if it's wavy like a natural earth would be, rather than fill dirt brought in and you'd see it nicely manicured and sloped away for water drainage. But you never really know until you get that shovel in the ground. We've had plenty of duds that on paper should be incredible, and we just found nothing. And then those days really stink. And then for a second question, we have a fair amount we'll go back to. I mean, I'd say maybe 20%. It's going to have to be really good for us to go back again. Because, keep in mind, there's 5 of us, sometimes 6 or 7 of us. We're there all day long. So we really cover the majority of the property once or twice. So for us to go back, it's either got to be really big, or we found really good stuff that we'll go back and go even slower from a different direction and look for things that we missed. So, if we go back to a house, it's usually because it was exceptional. Now, in the videos that I put out one a week. You might see the same house 2 weeks in a row, but that's not because we went back. It's because we found so much that I broke the video up into 2. So I don't like my videos being more than like 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah, people kind of lose interest, don't they, after?
I lose interest. interest.
Yeah, so 25 minutes is like a half a day of hunting you put down in 25 minutes of video.
Well, I mean, the day. Is a 25-minute video might have been the whole day. Sometimes a 5-minute video could have been 2 whole days that I put together to make a video. It's always hit or miss. There's no guarantees that you're going to find anything in this hobby. And, as someone that really loves doing the YouTube video thing, which sounds weird, I almost like that just as much as detecting. I don't know if I'd even want to do one without the other. So, when we have a bad week, it really bothers me because I know that we're not going to find anything. And then we'll have to go out a second day during the week to try to make up for it. Or I do have a boatload of clips that I've never used that I incorporate in. So, there's ways we can do it. But, with 5 guys, and as much as I talk in the video and just do goofy things, if each guy finds 2 things the whole day, that's 10 finds I can get out of.
Yeah.
If you can find 2 things, Phil, at a house in 11 hours, we're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I would get bored after 11 hours and only finding 2 things.
Well, I'm saying you're hoping for at minimum 2 things.
Yes. Yeah, but if they're 2 cool things, then it was worth 11 hours.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, that's all it takes. I mean, you could be bored silly, but one guy finds that one cool thing and the whole group is rejuvenated. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, and that's why I go back to like the banana thing, which, is it goofy? Does it really work? Of course it's goofy, But the point of it is You know, like if you're an athlete and your team's losing by 30 points, and one of your guys goes up and drains like a 3-pointer from the half court line, you can feel the energy change. Because sometimes if you have the confidence, good things happen. So when I do all these prep things and I try to be high energy and have a good attitude, you know, is it going to physically help me find more? No. But if you're mentally ready, maybe I go a little slower subconsciously. Maybe I overlap my swings. Maybe I really dial settings because I'm in a better zone. Rather than if I show up someplace and think, oh, this spot's going to stink, and I'm just haphazardly, of course I'm going to. So you get into that groove of that mindset. I'm going to have a killer day. Now I'm going to go make it happen.
Okay, I got a question here. Jason, do you ever have anybody follow you and try to bogart your permissions? And the reason I asked that is we had a good friend of ours, Terry Shannon.
I know Terry.
Somebody put a tracker on his car.
He put a track. What's that mean? He put a tracker on his car.
A little device that can.
GPS tracker. They tied it up underneath his car. So
tracker on his
see
car.
where he was going.
Oh.
You know, and they don't have the wherewithal or the brain power or whatever to do anything on their own. So they figured they would do that to Terry because he's very successful on the Treasure Coast. And you know, they were going to try to horn in on that. And that's the reason I asked, do you have that problem?
Not a ton. I mean, you know, like I said, for the most part, we go to a house one day and we're done. If it's exceptional, we might go back a second day. So the only times we've had it happen is I can remember a few places in the past, a couple of houses and a few farm fields where after the video came out, someone that watched it that lives in the area recognized it because I'll show everything. I don't care. And then they've gone back. And I don't mind. I mean, it's a free country. If you want to go and knock on the same door and get permission, hey, good for you. Good luck. I hope we missed stuff and I hope you find it. What I don't like is if you assume that we were on that farm and now you go sneak on without permission.
Yeah,
that's not cool. But if you go get your permission for the same spot, hey, it's a free country. You know, don't own that place.
Hey, Jeff, I got one before you, the one you put. What maps or apps do you use to find the old home sites and fields you hunt? Do you use any of that type of thing?
We do, but not nearly as much as I'm sure other guys do. Only when we do the farm fields will we pull out maps and try to see where the homesteads were or people aren't there. You know, when you do a house, most of the houses we do, they're still standing. There's someone living in it. And we're going to do that whole property, whether I think the outhouse is to the left, to the right, to the north, south. We're doing the whole property. We're going to find the hot spots wherever they were. And a lot of times you talk to the homeowners, they've already done all that research. They've got old pictures, they got deeds. If you buy an old house, Bill, a 300-year-old house, you're into history. You're into that lifestyle because they're not cheap. So you talk to the homeowners, who you own, but we're doing the whole thing, and we'll figure it out as we go. So I don't do a ton of research for the most part until we get the farm field season, because you might get a 1,000-acre farm. Well, now you got to know where to go. But when you knock on a house, you know where to go. You're going to the house. You're going to the front yard, the side yard, the backyard. You know, it's pretty easy to figure that part out.
Yeah, so that kind of answers the question from Wicked Digger too. Is you just kind of wing it when you go to the houses and see what's there.
Yeah, I mean, what am I going to do? I mean, I could spend hours researching a map, and at the end of that hour, say, "Yep, there's the house." It's right there. I'm looking at it.
That's right. And by the way, I buried 2 bananas in your yard, so you may have a banana tree.
Absolutely. Most of them know. Like I said, you know, they don't always tell people I have a YouTube channel. I find that's obnoxious, so I don't mention it. But you know, within the first half an hour of us being there, they kind of realize something's going on. You know, it's like I said, it's like a circus.
Yeah.
I incorporate them in. I try to get them in, and I'll ask them, "Hey, do you want to be on camera? Do you just want your audible voice in the background? Do you want nothing to do with it?" And most people, think it's kind of cool, But I don't say that when we knock on the door, and the guys don't say that when they knock on doors because, I and I don't necessarily, want to get in for that reason.
Hey, Jason, we're getting a little feedback now.
On my audio,
Yeah.
It's in it now.
yeah, I didn't change anything.
Is it up loud or?
Yeah, everything to max. I haven't touched anything.
Okay, weird. Okay, well, we'll keep going.
Well,
We
I
can
think
hear you.
it's the interruption from the Italian thing.
I'm very animated.
Well,
What are you
this
gonna
hobby,
What are you gonna do, huh, Jason? Hey.
when you're excited about the hobby, it's kind of hard to keep your
Yeah,
hands
I
still.
love it, man. I live and breathe this hobby 24/7. Just so weird, but,
Yeah,
do.
that's how I am here. My wife gets a little on me from time to time because I get excited about everything.
Yeah, my it's on me sometimes, but it's in moderation. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When she gets on you, it's moderated, or what you do is in moderation?
I'm moderated. When she gets on me, I'm moderated.
Yeah, they have a way of moderating you,
Right.
don't they?
Now, I mean, like I said, we're doing the live stream at my house Friday, so we're gonna have a whole bunch of people over, and I had to get these big fancy microphones, lights, and everything. And my wife is a saint. She's downstairs right now making cookies, decorating the room, and she's very supportive. But it's not like I go out detecting 6 days a week. I limit it to usually 1 day a week. I edit my videos. I work on them every single night, but after she goes to bed. So you need to balance.
Yeah. So we had a question from Sue Kelly. She wants to know, what approach do you use when asking permissions? And then after that, we'll do a giveaway.
Yeah, that sounds cool, Jeff. What are we giving away?
We are giving away a CKG electric blue carbon fiber shaft for a MindLab Equinox.
For an Equinox. Awesome.
Yep. Okay, so Jason.
Get the question.
Okay, what was it now? What approach do you use when asking permissions?
Oh, I mean, we're just regular friendly people. You just knock on the door, introduce yourself, tell them what you're doing, what you're looking for, why. You try to be very friendly, courteous. You're really selling yourself more than anything else. You want them to be comfortable with you, to let you and your friends walk around their property all day long, digging up things. So you have to create that friendly, relationship right away. People are very friendly if you approach them the right way, but they're also very skeptical. So you can scare them quick. And each guy in our group has a slightly different approach depending on their personality. My best friend Doug, he's a little bit older. He was a salesman his whole life. He has the highest percentage of permissions. Probably, if he knocks on 10 doors, he's going to get 9 of them. The rest of us work at a slightly different way. We're probably
what you do, Jason, is just tell him his percentage of permissions is because they take a look at him and they feel sorry for him.
That's not it, Jeff. It's because he was a salesperson. He knows how to sell the sizzle. As my good friend Joe Busy, aka Joe Pesci, says all the time. Sell the sizzle.
So let's do a giveaway, shall we?
Let's do it. And then I got a couple questions.
All righty. So everybody, we are giving away tonight, donated by Dima at CKG Scoops, which, by the way, Phil has in stock. Scoops, carbon fiber handles, and the CKG Equinox shaft. It is a electric blue carbon fiber shaft for a MindLab Equinox. And what you had to do to enter, first of all, you have to be a member of Treasure Talk YouTube. Very easy for you to do, and I do check. And then you had to enter a phrase, and I draw the name randomly. So tonight's winner, and you will have 3 minutes after your name is called to text me, and you'll see my phone number scrolling along the bottom of the screen. You must text me with your name and you are here. Then, in order to receive your prize, you must send an email to treasuretalkshow@gmail.com, your name, address, and phone number, so we can forward it to whomever is providing the giveaway prize, and you can get your prize. And that's the only way we accept it. So get ready, because Practical Ken, you are the winner of an electric blue CKG carbon fiber shaft for My Lab Equinox. And the phrase you put in was, CKG electric blue makes your Equinox look like new. You got
That's a
3
good one,
minutes.
Jeff, for sure. Really good. Okay, so let's get back to some questions then, since we're waiting for the winner to chime in. And I know he's on here, so I'm sure. Oh, he said me. I see him in the live feed, but he knows what he has to do.
Yep.
PA Relic Hunter wants to know, who got you interested in metal detecting?
Well, like I said, I mean, I had a detector as a kid, so I was familiar with the hobby on at least some level. But it was once I was an adult and had my own boys, I bought my son one for a Christmas gift, thinking he would enjoy it. And, I put it together. I think it was a Garrett Ace 250, about maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old. And I took him to a park, and just walking behind him, watching the thing dig up. We dug up mostly junk, but it brought back all the memories of how much I enjoyed it. So after that first time taking him out, I bought myself a machine so we could go together. I think I bought the AT Pro or something. And, so we all went, me and my two boys, for like 3-4 weeks. And then my boys lost interest, but I didn't. And, here I am, years later, still going every week like I was 10 years old again.
Awesome. Now, have you or any of you guys in your team used the new Deus too?
No, I haven't used them. I've seen some. I'm kind of frugal. I have so many machines. I just can't justify that price tag. You know what I mean? Like, I probably won't be using the day. Not that it's not great. I got enough, and I don't want to shell out that kind of money.
Okay, that's a good answer. Well, the Legend is an awesome detector. We sell a bunch of them in the shop, and I haven't had anyone ever complain about it. So,
well, that's surprising because people complain.
Well, they might complain to you. They don't complain to me.
Oh, okay.
So that's good. So, Jeff, we got our winner.
We do.
Yeah, that's awesome. And he knows the deal.
He knows the deal.
Awesome.
Let's see, you got another question? Because I've got one here.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, I don't know. This is from Phil Bortner. He says, Jason, is your wife's cookies as good as the short, fat, bald guys that swing into summer?
Whether they're good or not good, I'm going to tell her they're good. Come on. Have you been married before? You know how this works.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this one is from PA Relic Hunters.
He's a divorced person. I'm not sure.
Okay, this question's from PA Relic Hunters. What's your most cherished relic?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. I don't know if I have a most cherished relic. I'm trying to think. I have a hierarchy of display cases in my house. Like I have my main one that's right next to the TV in the living room that I look at every night when I'm like watching TV. So only the best of the best of the best goes in that one. And there's some cool stuff in there. I mean, offhand, I love the weird things. I have a padlock, hand forged, around 1650. That's in there. I tried to donate it to a museum, but they wanted me to sign a piece of paper saying that they could sell it to do whatever with the money. So I'm not. I look at that all the time, and it might just look like a padlock to the average person. But when I think back, that's like Jamestown. That's like 100 years before Columbus. Not Columbus. We were even a country. I just love stuff like that. So I don't know. I've so many things that as I look at the display cases, I find myself smiling. I see an item. I remember the day where we were with. So it's really just seeing everything that always sparks new memories. So I don't know if I have one thing.
Yeah.
I just love interesting things that are unique and things that remind me of the day and the people I was with.
And it has been said, though, that, one of your favorite relics is from Tim Naylor says, probably dog tag Doug.
Oh, see, that's terrible, Tim. Come on.
Come on, man.
I knew that was Tim Naylor.
Yeah.
Doug had a birthday about a week and a half ago, too. So I'm going to wish Doug a happy birthday on your show.
Well, happy birthday, Dog Tag Doug. Yeah, I knew that's Tim Naylor's sense of humor too, Jeff.
Yeah, it is.
For sure.
Yeah,
So-
he likes, Tim Naylor is a ardent watcher of the Hoarder videos, and he likes Dog Tag Doug very much.
Doug is one of the favorites on the channel, and he's hard not to not like Doug. And that's why he goes with me almost every day, and he just recently retired, so hopefully he'll be accessible more.
So, Jason, what are some other things that are in that top shelf relic tray?
Well, I mean, I have my time favorite coin. I have the weird things, maybe like I might find I got a spoon one, and the spoon was just so crazy. I can't even explain it. There was a silver spoon. There was like a little devil creature on the back, all handmade, and the handle was like real tightly. I don't even know what you call it, but just things like that. That, man, as soon as I see it, I just smile ear to ear. I love it, and I can tell you the time of day. I can tell you the tree that I had to crawl under to get to it. So I might even mix up the display case once in a while. If I'm tired of looking at the same things, I'll just move from one to the other. And then on the top of the display case, I have a few things that viewers have made for me, like that caricature, Gary Penn, a custom detector, things like that. I put on the top because not only are they cool, but somebody out there that watches, thought enough of me to go through all that effort, and it's just so appreciative. When you do this YouTube or your Facebook, you see the numbers. You'll see like, X amount of 100 people, X amount of 1,000 people watch, but you forget that those are 1,000 people.
Right.
I might have a video that, let's say it gets 50,000 views. That's a football stadium full of people that at one level or another must like me or Doug or what we're doing or something. And for that 20 minutes, we have their attention. And for them to go through the effort to make something, that's just such an honor. So the whole top of the shelf is all things like that.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
it's been said that you are in possession and did find an eagle head saddle pommel.
That's it. Yep. When I found it, I thought it was a cane topper, like the part of a cane you would use when you walk.
Mm-hmm.
And, I put a picture before the video came out. I put a picture on Facebook. And do you know Riley Bryan?
I don't think I do.
He's a relic hunter, Riley, younger guy.
Riley. He's
Riley.
The kid.
Yeah.
He's like 21 now. But Riley commented on the Facebook post, told me that's not a cane topper. That's a Union Civil War officer saddle pommel. And then when I Googled it, of course, Riley was right. He's like a genius. And it made it from being super cool to like super amazing cool. So then I really did a job cleaning it all up, and it looks beautiful. And that's in the display case also. And the day I found it, 2 friends of mine from Missouri flew all the way to hunt with us for the weekend. So to share that with someone that, I see once every year or two, made it even cooler.
Yes. Awesome. Well, Jeff, it looks like we're at that time, buddy.
Yep, the hour has flown.
Wow, it's really, holy cow.
It
Yeah.
does. It flies by. Well, Jason, thank you for coming on here and sharing your wisdom with our gang of folks that we have on the live stream. And thank you, Jocelyn, for helping me. And I'm sorry I set you up. I set her up on a new computer and didn't actually train her to do what she needed to do, but she did an awesome job anyway.
Phil,
And
does
questions.
anyone ever make an appearance, or is she just the brains behind the integration?
Yes,
You know,
it was
I
all,
can take care
it
of
was
that
all
right
her
now.
idea to start this thing.
Hey, Phil, should I take care of that right now? Let her
No,
say
she'll get mad. She will be mad at me.
I've never seen her,
She
and I
wants to put you on the live stream.
she deserves 5
She
seconds.
said she would punch you in your face, Jeff.
Okay.
And
Well, at least
then
it's
after
not
she
my
punched
throat in
him,
the throat.
Punch you.
she would throat punch me.
Oh yeah, I don't want that.
And I don't want that.
I get Joe busy.
And then she'd get Joe Busy, my buddy, to bury the body.
All right, that's. My wife doesn't make appearances in my videos either, so I totally get it.
Yeah, she just doesn't want to. She says I bug her enough. So, but anyway, it's been fun having you on here. And Jocelyn, yes, thank you. And Jeff, thanks for doing this. I think we pulled off another one.
Yeah,
Awesome
we did
show.
all around the world. And Jason,
I'm just amazed about how many people will watch it and come in the shop and tell me and say they love it. They love our guests and they love you, Jason. So we're glad you came back on with us, buddy.
Well, thank you for having me on, guys. And if I don't see you, have a good, safe holiday. And I look forward to coming back on next year.
Yep,
Awesome.
you know I'll be in touch.
Absolutely, I'll have new stories.
Yeah,
Yes,
good.
for sure.
Good. We always like that. We always like that. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Jocelyn. And no, Jocelyn, I would prefer that you didn't throat punch me. So we will see. I will see everybody Thursday night for Treasure Tales, where we're going to have the Ohio Metal Maven and Gals Out West. So join us Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be right back here. Same bat channel, bat time for Treasure Talk next Monday night, when it should be the Ring Finder, the Zazulik Man.
Steve Zazulik. Awesome.
Yes. So everybody, thanks for watching. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Dig deeper for sure. Thanks, guys. If you need anything, just give me a ring. Bye now.
Later.